All right, we are live. Hi, everybody.
Woohoo!
It is Monday, the first Monday of our sales month, right?
Right.
It is April, and the calendar says it's April too. So, Kevin and I are excited to be here. Yes, he's got the brochure right there to talk to you about a few demo ideas to help you out in April. Okay. So, you guys have all seen the sales brochure and you know what is on sale. So, Kevin and I decided to focus on a couple of products that don't get the recognition that they really, really deserve. Okay. So we're going to talk about the silicone products that we have, right? We've got the silicone rimmed mat, which I have right here and Kevin has. So I'm going to show you a quick demo to make. Mine is Easter based. So with Easter coming up this weekend, you can throw this together. I will post the recipe on the champion page, and you can adapt it. So, Kevin and I always have a habit of doing recipes that you can Tupperize. So you use your Tupperware products in place of whatever the recipe calls for. Okay. So we got the mat, we've got the rectangle, which Kevin will be showing you in a minute or two. And then we also have the two small rounds that are on sale. And all of these are $39 a piece, which is great. Okay. So the first thing that you can do with this mat, I mean, you could do anything. You could do haystacks on here. The good thing about the silicone is that it is non-stick. It does not stick and it's easy cleanup, right? If you're going to use the mat, you have to put it on something where it won't fall apart, right? Like you can't put this in the microwave like this because it won't hold its shape. So if you're going to freeze, I use a cookie sheet. So I do a lot of no bake things on my silicone, but this is also great for your oven. Okay. So I made last night, so it would be ready. I made something called bunny bait. All right. So it's kind of a throwback on some of the mixes and some of the kind of like Chex Mix type of things that we do for different holidays. Okay. So this one is called Bunny Bait. So it is just popcorn and pretzels and any other kind of candy. I used strawberry wafers. Okay. So the prettier the better, right? Just simple strawberry wafers. Took my kitchen shears and I cut them up and you lay it out onto your baking sheet. So pop your own popcorn like we always do, right? In our chef series, you lay your popcorn out, then you lay your pretzels out, and then you lay out your mini marshmallows, right? I got my mini marshmallows. You lay those out, and I said pretzel sticks, and then you can cut the wafers up and you put the wafers on there. And then you microwave your chocolate, right? Very slow, 30 seconds at a time. I use our measuring, our micro pitchers, right? The 2 cup and the 1 cup. I cover it, put it in the microwave, and 30 seconds, stir it up, 30 more seconds, stir it up, and then you drizzle it on top. The easiest thing to do is use the melts, okay? The colored melts. This one is red. You could go to a party store. You can get yellow. You can get blue. You can get purple. This is the easiest thing to do because I will give you a tip, and maybe a lot of you know this. When you're melting chocolate, you cannot add anything to that chocolate and melt it because it will seize up your chocolate. You can't add vanilla. You cannot add food coloring. So regular food coloring like this will seize up your chocolate. This is water-based food coloring. You need to find oil-based. If it's oil-based, you can put it in your chocolate and change the color from your white melts. Like I have white melts. You can change the color with oil-based food coloring. If it's not oil-based, it will ruin your chocolate. So easier is to just buy the melts of a different color and drizzle it on. And then you take this and you put it in your freezer. and it's in your freezer for probably, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. And then you bring it out and you break it up and you put it in any kind of container to store it. I chose this kind of makeshift pie keeper that Tupperware had. But it's really good. It's really easy. And it's fun for the kids to make, fun for the grandkids to make. And the story behind Bunny Bait, just to kind of end this, is this is what you put out for the Easter Bunny, or your kids put out for the Easter Bunny, so they know where to find your house. So they'll leave you an Easter basket. So that is why it's called Bunny Bait. But I will post the recipe in Champion, and you guys can make that. But our silicone forms, we highly suggest that you demo with them this week, and get people to get these, because there's nothing better for baking or going in the microwave or freezing on or doing no bake desserts than our silicone. So, all right, Kevin. Kevin's going to show you something that he made on his rectangle.
So I didn't know that that's why Bunny Bait was called that, Lori Morris.
If you want an Easter basket, you better make this. Oh, otherwise, the Easter Bunny isn't going to come to your house.
I love that. I love that. And it's so super cute. So yeah, when Lori and I were deciding what to do with the rectangles, we had lots of different recipes to share with you guys. And the recipes group that's on Facebook has all kinds of really fun recipes for Easter stuff and everything like that. And like Lori said, nothing sticks on these, you guys. Don't use cooking sprays on any of our silicones. You don't need to. No cooking sprays, but you do have to put it on something sturdy. So when I did my little quiche tonight, I did put it on this, all right? Or you could just put it on, any sort of firm baking sheet or whatever. So you guys, this was a really simple recipe. I did it this afternoon on my Chef Kevin page. If you guys know, just search Chef Kevin Tupperware. That's my business page, and I actually did the demo of making this so you can see me do it. But what I did, you guys, is I used our chopper. So the vegetables that I put into this recipe was zucchini, bell pepper, yellow pepper, green pepper. I think I put some onion in here, and then I used our chopping attachment, and I chopped up everything really, really fine, right? Then I put my eggs in here. I mixed the eggs in there at the same time, you guys. And then I just poured it all into the little rectangle. And then I baked it for like 22 minutes. We'll post the recipe for you guys. But just be mindful, the recipe that I used today, you guys, was a variation of the recipe that I found online, because I didn't have all the ingredients that the recipe online had. I just made it for our taste tonight for dinner and for what I had in the refrigerator, right, you guys? But what's really nice about this is when you demonstrate these things, you're showing some of our more expensive products. If you have the stack cooker, like Lori said, she used the micro pitchers to melt her chocolate. If you have the stack cooker, you can melt your chocolate in your stack cooker, because I'll do that sometimes when I'm melting chocolates. So you can, and that stack cooker is a high-priced Diva product, right? It's part of our platinum line. So you can be talking about melting and making meals in your stack cooker, but then tonight when I did mine, I used my my chopper. Oh, and I did, you guys, when you watch my demonstration on my other page, I do believe that I poured my vegetables into a bowl to show them how well it was chopped up, and then I mixed my eggs in here by themselves with the paddle attachment, and then I poured those eggs into that bowl so they could see me mix it. So but you guys, this is a really simple demonstration to do, and there's all kinds of different recipes that you can do with this silicone. There's brownies. 1 box of brownie will go in here. It doesn't seem like it's big enough to hold that, but 1 box brownie mix will fit right in here. So that's a sweet treat that you can make. There's other candy desserts like Lori talked about that you can melt and make, like peppermint bark or bunny bark. Lori and I talked about bunny bark. Very easy to melt your chocolates, and then just get really fun, festive Easter sprinkles at like the Wilton store or Michael's or whatever to decorate that bark, and then bust it up, and then you can have bunny bark with your Bunny Bait. And I'm not sure if we mentioned this before, you guys. So we have 3 different silicones, right? So we have the rimmed baking sheet, we have the rectangle, and then the 2 small silicone rounds. And they're all $39, you guys. But when they purchase those this month, they get a free round pie container. This is like a $27 value, you guys. This is an amazing deal. So when they purchase their silicones, they're going to be able to add this on at their shopping cart when they check out, which is just amazing. I use this for everything, you guys. Everything. You can even put pasta salad in this if you want to take it to a barbecue. If you don't have anything else, this was the only thing you had, you could use it as a bowl. I mean, you can do all kinds of things with our pie round container. But these are great. Is there anything else you want to talk about the silicones, Lori? Is there anything we missed?
Yeah, and you know what? One thing I love about the silicone is you can store it rolled up, right? So this is a space saver too. Now, the thing that I learned about the silicone when the silicone came out, anything that Tupperware does is high grade, right? When we come out with new products, they're top of the line. They've always got something special. The silicone are kiln fired, right? You've heard of kilns when you're doing ceramics, right? It's got to go into a kiln. These are kiln fired. So you can roll them up. You can store them like this. You can fold them like a fitted sheet on your bed, put them in your cupboard, and they can stay just like this for months and months and months, and they're never going to crack. Like if you've ever used silicone, and it's that cheap silicone that you could buy at Walmart or wherever, and you keep using it. Have you ever seen it where the white comes through and it cracks because it gets old or because it's not stored correctly? Our silicone will never do that. So the kiln firing on here allows you to wrap them up. So you know what? Take this and take like a piece of string, right? And put it around there and put it into your pantry just like this, right?
You know what I do, Lori?
How do you store yours, Kevin?
I take this. This is another one, another Tupperware one, an older version. But if you take a empty paper towel roll, just roll it up and stick it in there, and then I keep all my silicones in my drawer underneath here in paper towel rolls. So that's a cool way to store it too.
Perfect. That's a perfect way to store your silicones.
And you know what, Lori? You know what I was just thinking of? So you know on the back of our brochure, the $62, $65 chopper, this one right here, is $25 with a $100 order, you guys. If someone bought all three of the silicones, $39, $39, $39, that's $117. They can add this on for $25, you guys. Yes. Then they would actually be getting three, right? So 3 free pie containers with every purchase of a silicone. And then once they get to 117, it puts them at their $100. Then they can add this on for $25. $25, you guys, not $65. This is expensive.
Mm-hmm. And this is a nice size for smoothies, right? You got the big one. I think, Kevin, were you using this one or you were using the big one?
No,
right?
I use the large one to do my vegetables. But yeah, you could use this one. I always use
the large one and I always use the small one, but I don't use the middle one as often as I should. But it's great for smoothies. It's great for smaller amounts of batter. It'll do the same thing as your big one, but just
it will. Just a smaller batch. And what's nice about this one too is if you're doing marinades or dressings, you know, this might be overkill for that. This is really good for that. It comes with a paddle attachment. You guys, I just don't have it out here right now. So just like your large one comes with, you got it, Lori? So it comes with a paddle attachment. So not only do you...
Works the same way as the big one, right? You put the paddle on and you pull it and it turns.
So not only can you chop, but this middle size one will also blend and whip with this little attachment.
Yes, it's perfect. Yep,
perfect.
It's perfect.
Oh,
yep. Go ahead.
One more thing real quick, you guys. Don't cut on these. No, because I thought about that tonight because you would think that you'd want to serve this by going in here with a knife. I would not do that. I think actually what you could probably do, let me see if it works. Do it real quick. Be like, it's not as pretty, but look. I mean, look at that, you guys. Now, if I wanted it to be pretty, I'll flip it back. All right. So, but yeah, I mean, don't, that would be the first thing. You would know it, but the family wouldn't know it. Could you just see your teenager coming in with a knife to cut this out to serve themselves some quiche, and then you'll
No.
have a cut silicone. So that's bad news.
And that's the reason that you have our utensils, right? With something like a quiche, like Kevin has, you can use just a plastic, one of our tools, one of our spatulas. Just go
Yep.
in with a spatula. I mean, I never even use knives, you know?
Yeah, I mean, seriously, it would be really, I mean, this is really, I mean, you could use this, right, Lori? I mean, you could easily cut this quiche, you guys, with just your saucy silicone spatula. Look at that.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I made a perfect cut with the saucy silicone spatula. So you could do that, you know, you wouldn't have to flip it out like I just did. You could actually serve it with your saucy silicone spatula and not worry about cutting it.
Exactly. So we urge you to, if you have these in your kitchen and they're just not utilized, go in and start using your silicone and do some demos, you know? And if you don't have them, this would be something really great to add to your arsenal, right? Because we get 25% off of our sales prices. So you can go in and grab these for 25% less off the sales price.
Okay, so I just have, so I have a lot of vegetables in here, and there's ham in here too, and cheese. You guys, this cuts so easily. I mean, this would be a really great hors d'oeuvre. Look at this. It cuts like the most perfect little square omelets. I mean, that would be great to put like on a tray and set out for like an Easter brunch or something. People could have little bites of egg quiche. Delicious.
Is it good?
It's good.
It's good. I know. As you were talking, I was eating my bunny bait. I'm like, ooh, because I love these little wafers.
And like Jeff said, there's no crust, you guys. So it's what? Keto.
It's keto, right? No crust, no edges. Yep, quiche is an easy thing to make. So that would make it a great Easter brunch. So, of course, we always tell you, you know, use the products every day and use them when you're making meals or having a holiday or something. But that is what, oh, you know what? The one thing I forgot to add to my sprinkles, right? I love all these. And I get mine sprinkles. Before you put the chocolate on, put your sprinkles on, and then no, sorry. You sprinkle the chocolate, you drizzle the chocolate over and put your sprinkles on. So that gives it its sprinkly color. And it just comes out like this, like different chunks. I forgot.
I want some of that. I want some of that bunny bake.
I'll make you some. I'll send it to you.
That looks delicious. Well, that's it, you guys. So we do this every month. We pick something that you guys can demo. Sometimes it'll be something from the sales brochure, sometimes not. Yeah. We try to give you the word choices and the product knowledge that you guys can go out and do your own demos and perfect your demo.
Yes. It's people want to hear from you and they want to see you use your products. So we've got the bowls, which are behind Kevin. You can see, grab those bowls. Look at how pretty those are. Right. Seeing them up close and personal. Those are beautiful. And we can get them right now. It's still at the sample price. The tower we can get for $48. And the small bowls, I don't know what the sample price is. I ordered them, but I don't remember what the small bowl sample price is. But I love that size. That is 2.5 cups. It's perfect for little sauces, for candies, for anything like that. I love that 2.5 cup. And those are sizes at the top that we don't normally have. Our limited edition. The 2.5, the 6, and
this one too, I think.
Is that 12? Right.
Yeah. These three are in the catalog in red.
Mm-hmm.
But these are exclusive. This used to be a hostess thank you gift, I think. That size.
Yes, in red. Yep. But now the data party, the little blue one, that you had, when you date a party this month or you have your own party, you can get one of those as your party dating gift. So another reason to get those and to grab those. So go out there and show your bowls. They've got the really pretty spring colors. It's springtime. People are excited. and whip up something in your silicone for them. Right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you,
So
guys.
we will go back and answer any questions if you're watching this live. Hey, if you're watching us on replay, make sure you hashtag replay. And if you have any questions or any comments, we'll go back and we will answer them. And that's it. So enjoy the week, enjoy your Easter with your family, and let's make it a great April with all of the really cool sales that we've got going on.
I'm excited. Thanks for watching, you guys.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.